Hi everyone. The chapter today we are going to start is trigonometry. Okay. So as you can see here on the screen, I have written and I have draw already one triangle is there. Okay. So before I'm going to start the theory part of this chapter, let me tell you what trigonometry is. Okay. First of all, let me tell you one thing. Trigonometry is a separate branch of mathematics. Okay. It's a branch of mathematics, just like algebra, geometry. So trigonometry again, itself a huge branch. Okay, but till 9 up to class 9 you never heard the name trigonometry, but in class 10 this is the introduction, and this is the first time you are going to study trigonometry. But the application of trigonometry is huge. If you are going to take science, and in class 11 you will see again trigonometry chapters are there and many things are there, and the application of trigonometry in physics, in chemistry, everywhere you can see the trigonometry is we are going to use, especially in class 10 optics. Somehow how far I know, in optics chapter also you will see trigonometry is going to help you. Okay, so trigonometry is a basic and one of the important chapter uh, for those students who are going to take science especially. Okay, and after all in your board exam also 10 to 12 marks or maybe more than, and 12 you will see marks questions will be there. Okay, now the chapter name is trigonometry. Let me tell you what is the meaning of trigo. Let me tell you what is tree. Tree means three, and gon means side, and the metry means measurement. That means three side measurement. Now you are thinking three side measurement means three side is present in triangle, correct? In a triangle, three sides are present. Now look at the triangle here. This is the triangle, and this is the triangle of what type of? It's a right angle triangle. Okay. So in right angle triangle, basically you are restricted in class 10 up to class 10. Okay, you are restricted to right angle triangle. When you come to in class 11 and you if you take science, then you will see trigonometry is applicable in any triangle. Okay, so what trigonometry is doing and what is the need of trigonometry, that we will understand in this question. Now, before I'm going to start the theory, I have drawn one triangle here. Look at the triangle here, okay? And this is the right angle triangle. One angle is given, this is 60 degree, and base is given, okay? And the length of the base is given, which is 12 meter. I don't know what is the length of the hypotenuse, and I don't know again what is the length of this perpendicular. Okay, now look at here. I have written here opposite and I have written here adjacent. Now the name adjacent and opposite is, look at here, this 60 degrees here now. That means what is the opposite of 60 degree? Opposite of 60 degree, that means this is the side, opposite side. That's why it is written here opposite side of 60 degree, because our focus is we are focusing on 60 degree. Now it here it is written adjacent. That means this, if this one is opposite, okay, then I'm sure this one will be adjacent. Again, someone is saying, sir, it is also adjacent. Yes, it's also adjacent, but the longest side we know now, hypotenuse, this is our hypotenuse, so automatically the remaining side is our base, and it is also called right now here adjacent. So this one is adjacent side, this one is opposite side. Okay, and this one is hypotenuse. Okay, now my question is, what is the length of this opposite side and what is the length of this hypotenuse? Okay, so some of you thinking that one side is given, which is base is 12 meter, other sides are not given, that how we are going to find out? Maybe someone is thinking that Pythagoras we can apply Pythagoras theorem. So what is the Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem is base square plus perpendicular square equals to hypotenuse square. This is our Pythagoras theorem. But look at here, base is given, correct, 12 is given, but we don't know perpendicular, we don't know hypotenuse. Then I'm sure we are not going to find, or we are not able to find with this formula hypotenuse and opposite side, correct? So this is the requirement of the trigonometry. So what trigonometry is doing now? Trigonometry is basically bring us the relation. Trigonometry bring us the relation between angle and the length of the sides. Again, I am repeating, trigonometry brings us the relation between length of the side with the angles. Okay, now right now you are not able to solve this question, okay, but after watching this video, I'm sure you easily able to solve this answer. And please do a comment after watching the video and tell me the answer. What is the answer of this question? This is the first slide. Okay, now came to the next one. Trigonometry means triangle and measurement. Basically, in trigonometry, we will do everything with respect to the triangle, and which type of triangle. The triangle type is right angle triangle, and the measurement of what? Measurement of angle with the length of the sides. So we will be using right angle triangle always. So in class 10, you are restricted to right angle triangle. No need to draw any kind of triangle. So whenever the question is related with the trigonometry, you need a triangle, then you please draw right angle triangle. Okay. Now look at here. Again, this is hypotenuse. This is opposite side. This is adjacent side. Okay. Why it is opposite? Because this angle we are focusing. Because this angle we are focusing, so this become opposite side and this become adjacent side. When if someone says, suppose sir, if this is our focused angle, then this side becomes opposite. Look at here, this becomes opposite. Okay, and this becomes adjacent. So depending upon the angle, opposite and adjacent will change, but hypotenuse will not change. Okay, right now this is our focused angle, that's why this is our opposite. If someone is saying, sir, if this is x degree, then this becomes opposite and this becomes what? This become adjacent. Okay, now opposite adjacent and hypotenuse, these things you need to remember because this is ultimately going to help you. Okay, so in a triangle, basically let me begin from the let me start again. Trigonometry is a branch of mathematics which basically deals with the relation between triangle and measurement, and basically this chapter or trigonometry is going to help or is going to build the relation between angle and the length of the sides. Now come to the next slide. Now in trigonometry you will see 6 ratio is there. 6 ratio, again I am repeating, how many ratio? 6 ratio. Okay. Okay. First ratio is called sine ratio. This is our first ratio and it is called sine ratio. Look at here. This is the diagram. Okay. This is the right angle triangle. Again, I am telling you, always we will need right angle triangle. Okay. Other than right angle triangle, we are not going to use. Okay. Now, sine x degree. Look at here. This is our x degree. What is this? This is our angle. And this is what? It is sine. Now, sine x degree. Okay, so pronunciation will be sin x or sine of angle x. Both are same. Sine of angle x is the actual pronunciation, but in short we will say sine x degree. Okay. So sine of angle x. The meaning of sine of angle x is opposite divided by hypotenuse. Now look at here. This is our x degree. This is our x degree angle. Now this is our opposite side and this is our hypotenuse. So sine of x, if someone is going to ask you, then if someone asks you that what is sine of x or what is sine of x degree, then you will say sine of x is always opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Opposite side divided by hypotenuse. This what is this? This is the length, nothing but length. Na? This hypotenuse is length. Suppose this is 10, this opposite is 10, and suppose this is 12, then it will be 10 divided by 12. Correct? That means what? Why it is ratio? Because we are talking about ratio of the sides, ratio of the length of the sides of the right angle triangle. So what is the meaning of sine of angle x? Some meaning of sine of angle x is opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Or some people, or in your book maybe some teacher is saying this is perpendicular, this is our base, this is our hypotenuse. So you can also write down this one as perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. Correct? So sine of x, meaning of sine of x is what? It's a ratio, and ratio of what? Perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. So in trigonometry, we are going to talk about 6 different ratios, but in between this 6 ratio, only 3 are important. Means 3 you need to remember, other 3 you can easily find out. Correct? Sine of x. Let me tell you again. This is the pronunciation, sine of angle x, and the meaning is length of the perpendicular divided by length of the hypotenuse. Clear? Now perpendicular divided by hypotenuse is called sine of x. So now the second ratio I'm going to tell you, okay, is cosec x. These are the names, okay. These names are little bit difficult for you right now, but after some days you will be habituated, I'm sure. So sine of x means what? Perpendicular by hypotenuse. So cosec of x, these are the name, cosec of x. This is not a single word. Sine x means sine of angle x. Cosec x means cosec of angle x. The meaning of cosec x is hypotenuse, length of hypotenuse divided by perpendicular. Clear? That means you might be thinking hypotenuse by perpendicular, perpendicular by hypotenuse. That means they are reciprocal to each other. Yes, sin x and cosec x, they are reciprocal to each other. So that's why what we can write, okay, what we can, let me clear this one. What we can write, there is a relation, and this is one of the most important relation. You need to remember these relations. So sin x is nothing but 1 by cosec x, correct? And the meaning of sin x is clear, I think. Meaning of cosec x is clear. So 2 ratio we have completed till now. So how many ratios are there? Total 6 ratios are there. Okay, total 6 ratios are there, and you have to remember all the things. There is no logic that if you are thinking, sir, I'm not going to remember this one, then again there will be problem for you. Okay, so you have to remember somehow. You have to remember this one. Sine of angle x means what? Perpendicular divided by hypotenuse, or opposite divided by hypotenuse. Now come to the next one. This is the second ratio, or you can say the third ratio. First and second is done, sine and cosec is done, and they are reciprocal to each other. And all the trigonometrics is sine, cos, tan, cosec, whatever you are going to see, these all are the nothing but the ratios of what? Ratios of length of the sides of right angle triangle. Okay, now cos x, it is cos x. Okay, there is cosec, one is cos, both are different. Okay, cos x, it is cos x or cos of angle x. The meaning of cos x is, look at here again the diagram. This is our focused angle, this is our hypotenuse. We know this is adjacent and this one is opposite. So cos x means adjacent divided by hypotenuse, or we can say base divided by hypotenuse. Correct? So both the things are same. If you want to remember in terms of pbh, then it is okay. If you want to remember in terms of adjacent and opposite, then also it is okay. Okay, now what is cos of angle x? Cos of angle is x is nothing but base divided by hypotenuse, length of base divided by length of hypotenuse, or adjacent side of x divided by hypotenuse, length of hypotenuse. So this is our third ratio. Okay, so meaning of sin x should be clear, and you have to remember this one. And reciprocal of sine is cosec. Okay, so in the same way reciprocal of cos is also there. So reciprocal of cos is nothing but sec. What is sec x? Sec x is nothing but h divided by b, hypotenuse length divided by base length. Okay, so total 6 ratios are there, and you will see sine and cosec are reciprocal. In the same way cos and sec, they are reciprocal. Okay, that means the relation between, what is the relation between cos and sec? I am writing here, cos x is equals to 1 by sec x. because I am using mouse, that's why my handwriting is not good, but I'm sure you will able to understand. What is cos of x? Cos of x is nothing but base by hypotenuse. What is sin x? Perpendicular by hypotenuse. You have to remember this one, there is no other way. Okay, what is cosec x? Cosec x is nothing but the reciprocal of sine. So what is sine? Sine is perpendicular by hypotenuse. So cosec will be hypotenuse divided by perpendicular. What is cos x? Cos means base by hypotenuse. So sec, what will be sec? Sec will be hypotenuse by base. So sine and cosec reciprocal. Cos and sec are reciprocal. Now come to the next one. Third one, what is tan x? It is tan. Okay, these names are little bit difficult for you right now, I'm sure, but after couple of days you will be habituated with these names. So look at here, sine of x, sine of angle x is opposite by hypotenuse or perpendicular by hypotenuse. Cos of angle x, base or adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Okay, now what is tan x? Tan x is nothing but sin x divided by cos x. Now you will see here. Now look at here. The definition of tan x. These are the definitions. Okay, there is no logic behind it. So at the time of discovery of trigonometry, these are the some definitions you need to remember. Okay, so the meaning of sin x is okay perpendicular by height. Sorry, hypotenuse. Meaning of cos x is base by hypotenuse. Similarly, cosec we done. Similarly, sec is done. Sec we done. So what is sec? Sec is nothing but the reciprocal of cos. What is cosec? Cosec is reciprocal of sine. Now what is tan? Tan is nothing but from the triangle. Also we can write tan. Tan is nothing but if this is perpendicular, if this is base, tan of x nothing but perpendicular by base. Am I clear? What is tan x? Tan of angle x. This is our angle x. So tan of angle x will nothing but ratio of perpendicular divided by a ratio of perpendicular and the base, or you can say length of perpendicular divided by length of base. So till now 5 definitions we have completed. First one is sine, second one is cos, reciprocal of sine is cosec of x, and reciprocal of cos is sec. Okay, now again maybe you are thinking, sir, is there any reciprocal of tan? Yes, correct. So reciprocal of tan is nothing but cot. So what is cot x? Cot x is nothing but base by perpendicular. Correct. So perpendicular by base is called tan of x, or you can say opposite by adjacent. Look at here. Opposite by adjacent is called tan of x. This is the shortcut you can remember, SOH, CAH, TOA. Look at here. COA, CAH, SOH. These are the first letter of every word. Okay, so 6 ratio we have completed and the definition is very clear. You have to remember this definition, there is no other way out for you. So you somehow you have to remember. So my suggestion is you draw the triangle and write down at least 5 times so that it will be remembered for you. Okay, ultimately these are going to help you to solve the questions. So in the next video what we will do, we will start the question answer from your exercise, but before that you need to remember this one. What is sin x? Sin x is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse or perpendicular by hypotenuse. Cos is base by hypotenuse. So reciprocal of sin is cosec x, which is hypotenuse by perpendicular. Reciprocal of cos, hypotenuse by base, which is sec x, and reciprocal of tan x is cot x, which is adjacent divided by opposite side, or you can say base by perpendicular. So you have two way to remember. You can remember in this way, opposite, adjacent and hypotenuse, or you can remember perpendicular, base and hypotenuse. This is up to you. Now, so in trigonometry we always draw right angle triangle. No need to draw any other, because in class 10 right angle triangle is your limitation. Always we have to draw right angle triangle, and you can see here AB is hypotenuse. Okay, and in there is nothing. Okay, now come to the one of the most important part of the trigonometry. Okay, some values you have to remember. Okay, what I'm saying, some values you have to remember. That means look at here, total how many values? 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. So how many angles are there? 1 2 3 4 5. So sine of 0, look at here how to understand this table. Sine of 0 degree is 0. Okay, sine of 0 degree is, look at here, sine of 0 degree, the meaning of this one is, look at here, this is our sine row. That means this all the values are sine's value. Okay, so when sine is 0 degree, then it is equals to 0. Okay, when sine 30 degree is nothing but 1 by 2. Let me write this one again. The table is sine 0 degree is nothing but 0. Okay, in the same way, because I am using mouse, that's why my handwriting is not good. Sine 30 degree is nothing but 1 by 2. Okay, so there is a proof. Okay, right now proof is not important and it is not required in class 10, because no one is going to ask you the proof. But the important thing is here, you have to remember these values. So for remembering these values, I will give you the trick later. But before that, let me complete this table. Okay, okay, now, so sine 0 degree is 0, sine 30 is 1 by 2, and sine 45 is 1 by root 2, sine 60 is root 3 by 2, sine 90 is 1. Okay, so only one row or only values of sine you have to remember. All other values you can easily calculate. Look at here how you are going to calculate. Okay, now I'm sure you have to remember this one first. Okay, again there is a trick to remember. Look at here, these angles are increasing. Okay, from 0 to 30, 30 to 45, 45 to 60, 60 to 90. So because angles are increasing, look at here, these values are again increasing. 0 from 0 to 1 by 2, 1 by 2 to 1 by root 2. Maybe you are thinking 1 by 2 and 1 by root 2 which is greater. So 1 by root 2 is greater. From 1 by root 2 to root 3 by 2 and root 3 by 2 to 1. Again these values are increasing. First of all, angles are increasing, values are also increasing. Okay, now let me raise this one. Okay, you can remember this one as like this one. Suppose sine 0 is 0 by root 4. Okay, what I am saying, sine 0 is 0 by root 4. Okay, so 0 by root 4 is nothing but 0. Okay, second one, sine 30 degree is 1 by root 4. So root 4 is what, 2, so 1 by 2. Look at here. Next one, 45, 2 by root 4. Okay, next third one, sorry, fourth one, 3 by, sorry, it should be root. Okay, it should be root over should be there. Okay, so root 3 divided by root 4, and the last one is root 4 divided by root 4. I'm sure right now it is very clear and you can easily remember these things. So first one again, let me write down this one again. 0 degree, that means you have to sine 0 means 0 divided by 4. Okay, root 0 divided by root 4. Now 0 becomes 1 in the next one. Look at here, root 1 divided by root 4. Next one, 1 becomes 2, so root 2 divided by root 4, sorry. 2 becomes 3, root 3 divided by root 4, and the next last one, root 4 divided by root 4. Okay, so in this way also you can remember. Okay, if you are having a problem with of remembering in this way, so this is the easiest way to remember. We start with the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the downside or in the denominator it is always root 4. So from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. So angles, only 5 angles you have to remember. No one is going to ask you what is the value of sine 20 degree. No one is going to ask you what is the value of sine 120 degree. But no one is going to ask you what is the value of sine 75 degree. Only these 5 angles, these 5 specific angles are important, and also in your textbook this table is already given. Okay, so this table is very important. So sine 0 degree is 0, 30 degree 1 by 2, 45 1 by root 2, 60 root 3 by 2, 90 is 1. Okay. Now, what I told you, only you need to remember one row of sine. Others we will do easily. Now look at here. This is the value of cos. Cos of angle theta. Sine of angle theta. First one is sine of angle theta. And these all are the values. Sine 0 is 0. Now look at here. In the case of cos, what I did now, just you write down the first row, means write down the row of sine from the back side. Look at here, this one came here, this root 3 by 2 came here, this is 1 by root 2, this 1 by 2 came here, and this 0 is coming here. Okay, so if you know what is the table of sine or what are the values of sine, you can easily find out the values of cos. Just opposite, 1, this 1 you have to write down first, root 3 by 2 second, 1 by root 2 third, 1 by 2 becomes fourth, and 0 becomes 0. So first the value of 0 degree, sine 0 degree is 0, and value of cos 90 degree is 0. Okay, so it is just exactly opposite. Sine 90 degree is 1, so what is the value of cos 0 degree is 1. Okay, so if you write down this, if you remember, if you can remember the table or the values of sine, you can easily write down the values of cos. Only what you have to do, you have to write down this one from the back side, from the back side, for the values of cos. Okay, so just now I told you now only one row you have to remember, and the method is also I already told you, I already discussed you the method. Now come to the next one. So I'm sure when sine is completed, I'm sure you can find out what is the table for cosec, because what is the relation between sine and cosec? They are reciprocal, correct? Sine and cosec are reciprocal. That means this 0 is nothing but we can write 0 by 1, correct? So reciprocal of 0 by 1 is nothing but 1 by 0. So something divided by 0 is always undefined. So this answer is undefined. That means if someone asks you what is cosec of 0 degree, answer will be undefined, correct? Now look at here, sine 30 degree is 1 by 2, correct? So cosec and sine is reciprocal. That means cosec of 30 degree will be reciprocal. Reciprocal means 2 by 1, correct? Now 45 degree, it is 1 by root 2. Cosec is reciprocal. That means it will be root 2 divided by 1. Root 3 by 2. So it will be 2 by root 3. It is 1. So 1 by 1. Because it is 1 by 1 now. So ultimately it is 1 by 1. Correct? So cosec is complete. Now cos and sec, I'm sure you can complete. Because what is the relation between cos and sec? They are again reciprocal. So again you can fill up this table by easily by yourself. So what I told you now, you have to remember only sine. As you can remember, as soon as you remember this table of sine, you can easily write down cos, because cos is just opposite or reverse. In reverse order you have to write. Now cosec you can write down easily, because sine and cosec they are reciprocal. Sec you can easily write down because cos and sec are reciprocal. Now what is tan? I already told you tan is nothing but sine by cos. So sine by cos means what? 0 by 1. So sine tan 0 degree is nothing but 0 by 1, which is 0. Because what is tan? Tan is nothing but sine divided by cos. So 0 divided by 1 is 0. Now What is tan 30 degree? Sin 30 degree divided by cos 30 degree. So this divided by this. So these two cancel out. So answer will be 1 by root 3. Again and again I am telling you, only you need to remember only sine values. Cos easily you can find out just or reversing this one. Tan again you can easily find out, sine by cos is tan. Cosec again you can easily find out if you know what are the values of sine, because they are reciprocal. So easily all the values you can find out. Okay, now look at the table here. These are the values of tan. So 1 by 0, look at here, 1 by 0 is nothing but undefined or not defined. So tan 90 degrees undefined. Okay, now come to the next table, cosec table. I already told you, na, cosec is nothing but what? Reciprocal of sine. So sine 0 degree is 0. So what is cosec 0 degree? So reciprocal of this one. So this is 0, nothing but 0 is nothing but 0 by 1. So cosec 0 degree will be 1 by 0. Okay, so which is nothing but undefined or not defined. So come to the next one. So easily sec, also sec table also you can fill up, and the last one is cot. So cot again you can fill up by yourself, because what is the relation between, what is, how you can find out cot? Easily you can find out with the help of tan. Okay, because reciprocal of tan is cot, reciprocal of sine is cosec, and reciprocal of cos is sec. Okay, so only the table you have to remember this one. And already I told you how to remember. 0 divided by 4, next one will be 1, again next one 2, 3, 4, and the table is complete. Okay, so these tables and these values are very important, because directly you need to use these tables. Okay, and in the next class what we will do, we will start the exercise question answer. So thank you for watching this video. In the next video again we will start the exercise question answer. Okay, thank you everyone.